Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking out time to check out the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All those things are greatly appreciated. Now for this video, first off, let me say shout out to Larry, because he is the reason why we're making this video. He actually introduced this game to me, and this is King of Fighters Maximum Impact, or as we like to call it, the 3D King of Fighters. Now, just like most fighting games, it's got a story mode, right? But it's a fighting game. Unless it's Mortal Kombat, story mode isn't going to be that great. But we're going to use it as a way to kind of show you what the game is like and how it played. Plus, I also want to show you this boss, because this boss is pure shenanigans. But the cool thing about the character selection is they have two different versions of each character. So they have like their normal King of Fighters outfit or costume, and then you have like this Maximum Impact version, I guess. Most of them are kind of weird looking, even though I used a couple of them just to show you. But it's definitely not the style for I would like to see for King of Fighters. It looks almost Tekken style, and it's like, all right, you didn't have to do that to be your own game. Like, you just make King of Fighters. But it's cool that they gave him an alternate outfit, so I'll go with that. But, you know, essentially there's a tournament. This, you know, it's King of Fighters. There's a tournament. You're participating in it. It is kind of odd that you don't have teams in this one. You can still do teams in the versus mode, but the actual story mode is just one-on-one. But it's like, all right, cool. But as far as gameplay, when you start looking at the gameplay of this game, the thing that you're going to notice is it is almost Street Fighter EX plus Alpha-like, which I was very excited, where you can just combo moves in together, and you can go from like normal to super to normal to special to super. And you can even do another super if you still have meter, depending on what version of your special moves that you did. So I always thought that was pretty cool. It also has one of the things that I like that Steven hates, which is kicking people or attacking people after you win the round. And I'm not doing that because I'm trying to be like antagonistic. I just like getting free hits. So I like to keep going to try to see if I can get a longer combo. But he takes it personally. So I hope he sees this part and knows that I'm talking about him. But, you know, it's got a lot of the standard King of Fighters characters. Doesn't have the largest roster. They created some of their own characters for it. I believe they created like 5 characters for it. So you get a nice little mix. And I mean, it's fun. Like, that's the whole purpose of this game. It's a fighting game that's fun. It's not the most technical fighter. It's not the most balanced fighter, but who cares? We're playing a 3D King of Fighters, which is actually 3D, unlike the Street Fighter EX plus Alpha, which was 3D with the 3D sprites and 2D backgrounds. This is actually, you can move in 3D. You can slide, up or down. You can avoid projectiles that way, even though nobody really uses it. We just run straight at each other fighting, because, I mean, it's King of Fighters. You want to do some cool combos. You want to see some cool moves. You want to link some stuff together. And it's got cool sound effects, decent soundtrack. You know, it's fun. I'm going to do other King of Fighters videos, trust me. But I wanted to highlight one that I don't really hear people talking about. And I thought, this game had some solid merits to it. I thought the fighting system itself was pretty decent. And, I enjoyed it. When Larry introduced it to us, he kind of came with a disclaimer like, hey, man, it's not like regular King of Fighters. And it's like, all right, But once we started playing it, we was like, nah, this is badass. We really enjoyed it. And to me, it's one of the versions where Terry is at his strongest. Like, Terry Bogard is a really good character in this game. This style, he fits really well, especially with doing the power dunks and knock people back up and everything like that. Like, he's very balanced. And he's got his Mark of the Wolves outfit, which I thought was great, even though he tries to throw his hat, even though he doesn't have one on. Now, one of the things I wanted to show that I thought needed to be highlighted is this boss character, Duke. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is that SNK games are notorious for having super strong boss characters. And the crazy part is you don't even do that many fights. It's like 7 stages before you fight this. So you fight 6 people before you fight Duke. And Duke is out here and he's about that action. First of all, Duke has an infinite supply of super meter. It is preposterous to give a boss that. Like, I thought Street Fighter Alpha 3 was crazy for giving Bison an immediate full start, but once he uses it, it's gone. Not Duke. He can literally just do super after super after super after super, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like you just got to take it. On top of the fact that it seems like all his moves can really just combo together. As you can see, like, he could just decide he wants to win. And every once in a while, you know, I'll get around in, think I'm doing something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna show them the ending to this. Nope, not at all. And they didn't even ask me in the SNK faction, did I want to half his life or make the game easier or give myself full super meter? They would just like, keep trying again. And like, he's got an AoE super, and then he's got one that goes across the string. It's like, what do you want me to do with this, right? And he'll give me a sliver of hope. I'll start doing good, and then he'll be like, nah, it's Duke time. And you got to just lose. Like, he's got invincibility armor when he's doing the supers, and he does the guard crush on your block, which means you can't block for a certain amount of time. It's preposterous. Like, this is a crazy boss, a crazy, unnecessarily strong boss who was giving me the beats. But I wanted to show y'all that I can take a beating and keep going. I quit though, to be clear. I did quit, but that's just because we don't need to trouble ourselves with this just for this video. I just wanted to show y'all how the game was and what the last boss looks like. Everything else is just extra. So, you know, this is definitely still a game I would play. Yeah, and it's not a serious fighter, so I'm just gonna have fun with it. And I think if you are a fan of fighting games, especially if you're a fan of the King of Fighters series with the new one coming out, this is a nice alternative to the standard King of Fighters series. You know, every once in a while they throw one of these like not mainline King of Fighters out, and they're generally pretty solid. They had the all women version of before, and I thought that one was pretty decent too. And you know, add this to the long line of King of Fighters games that I think are pretty decent. If you played this game, let me know who you played with. Who'd you like? Did you beat the boss? Because I didn't. But if not, definitely give it a try. As always, I appreciate y'all checking out the video. Be safe, have fun,